Painted roses off the vine. You keep yours and I'll burn mine. Snapshots yellowed over time. Chill the glass that's left behind. And I fly on a wing and a prayer and a try. Forget all that is there. Faded roses off the vine. You keep yours and I'll burn mine.
It tastes so good. Dave is delicious.
Original ranks come to boom it up. Ragamuffin me come back again. Give me a name buck up. Go tell the whole of them me a go mash them up. I don't move out. When me a name buck up. Go tell the whole of them me a go pack them up. Cause when me hold the microphone me get a cantankerous. Go tell the whole of them me just get.
Do you know the Dave Darren Show?
It's not enough to boil a monkey's bum.
Most people say, who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Like Disneyland, I'm the happiest fucking guy on earth.
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Are you a puffed up?
He used to be on terrestrial radio, but he got fired.
It's over. Don't you think it's over?
I'll spin.
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Here comes the boss fella now.
Dave Darren.
Welcome to this, the Dave Darren Show. I'm going to introduce you to some friends of mine. And I've got a robot friend here who's just so eager. I don't know if he's eager or nervous or he just wants to get in the show, but be patient, be nice. I'm going to get you on the show in a minute. Hang on. This is my show. This is not your show. So I'm going to tell you guys about the show. By the way, for you guys to kind of dig the way I dress, I got these cool shirts. These are working out in Phoenix. I'm in Center City, Phoenix now. These shirts are like a catalyst into getting me introduced to a lot of these attractive women. Now, the good thing is I'm meeting a lot of women. The bad news is a lot of the women I'm meeting, they're on Van Buren Street, and you can see via the bulge, either they don't shave, and they've got a bunch of Amazon women in Phoenix, Arizona that just have the bush that's like, there is no bush in Phoenix, Arizona. There's a bunch of cactus. But on the women, you can see a bush, or they're tucking their penises. So I'm not sure which it is. But at the age of 60, I should be a little less picky, don't you think? By now, I shouldn't really worry about what's between the legs. I should worry about me getting laid, right? I shouldn't worry about the individual body parts anymore because my body parts aren't working that well either. So if I can find someone that's unfortunately packing wood, maybe that's good for me. I don't know. But stop. I'm just joking. All right, let's play a piece of music, and I'm going to tell you all about the Dave Darren Show. I'm going to tell you about a new format I got going on. I'm going to introduce you to my counterparts here who are so eager to get on the show. His hand's shaking. You can't see the other hand because he's masturbating. That's why. This is not, he's right-handed. This is his left hand. So you can't see, thank God you guys can't see what he's doing right now because he's going to splooge a big robot load. So I'll be back in a second. We're going to play a piece of music on this. I'm not masturbating. This is the way I am in Italian. On the Dave Darren Show, here we go with a piece of music.
So, yeah, I don't know what's going on here. You guys are walking in the second. Who's the penguin? Stereo Rex. Guys, let me start off by saying this song is fantastic. It's got a great hook, it's catchy, it's got a great title, Grand Slam. It's phenomenal just right from the start. Here's the deal. You guys are older than dirt. Alright, who's the Photoshop genius? You guys look like a geriatric version of your promo pic. Do you guys even own a mirror? Look at yourselves. You, looking at you, makes me realize I forgot to renew my grandma's AARP subscription. You look like the Edge. If the Edge fell off the edge. And you, Just for Men, if I were doing a live-action version of the Smurfs, you would be perfect for Gargamel. And speaking of Smurfs, what are you, 4 foot nothing? You look like my pinky toe if it had a face. All right, guys, I gotta Milli Vanilli this thing. I gotta go. I gotta get out of this conversation.
That empty night, you took me for a ride. The smoke you blew, I never knew I was blind. Would have never guessed. My pride is all that's left. Your innocent eyes, you're just a killer inside. It's my despair, the sickness in the air. Trapped in a rage, I'll never be the same. Looking down on me, tell me what you see. Look me in the eye, smile and say goodbye. Moving on, moving on. Let me out the door before I put you to the floor. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Hit the ground running, never looking back. I'm moving on. Come on. Now I see what you took from me. Two-faced savior, turn away from me. Finding all I've lost, no matter what the cost. Never be a slave, cut the chains and walk away. Moving on, moving on. Let me out the door before I put you to the floor. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Hit the ground running, never looking back. I'm moving on. Moving on, moving on. Get me out the door before I put you to the floor. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Hit the ground running, never looking back. I'm moving on, moving on, hey, moving on. Let me out the door before I put you to the floor. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Hit the ground running, never looking back. I'm moving on. Come on.
Play some Zeppelin!
Okay, guys, welcome back to the show, the Dave Darren Show. Let me introduce you to my counterparts. And I'll tell you about it first. We've got B9 from the TV show Lost in Space, if you remember that show, with Dr. Zachary Smith. Some people think he was a pedophile. I have no idea. He just looked like he was always eyeballing, Will Robinson. And we got Mr. Machine, who was a childhood friend of mine when I was a little kid. When I would be masturbating, I didn't have a blow-up sex doll. I had Mr. Machine. So here we go on the Dave Darren Show. Let me introduce you to these guys. Let me see if I can angle the camera because they're, oh my God, they're a little busy at the moment. A little bit busy. But before the FCC gets me, let me pull it away. They're a little bit busy at the moment. I've never seen, have you ever seen on that TV show, Mystery Science Theater 3000? You ever seen two robots making out? You've never seen this, thank God, on Mystery Science Theater 3000, and you won't see it here again on the Dave Darren Show. Let's play a piece of music on the Dave Darren Show to get away from this sexual depravity that we're seeing right here. Here we go, guys.
Well, let it go, don't try to stop me. I'm cruising at 193. You think you can catch me, but there's nobody better than me. You gotta stop, go, move, get in there.
Oh my God!
We're not running time. You can't stop me, I don't care. Everybody stops and stares at me when I come blowing by. Hey, now, play low. Oh, no. Bumping at a rubber, that's how it ought to be. Shake and grind and push spears to see if you've got what it takes to win the race. You ain't running right. You can't stop me and I don't care. Everybody stops and stares at me when I come blowing by. Coming round the corner, one bag is there. Two more time and we'll be there. And you know, I won't hold back and gone. Just let it go. You can't stop me and I don't care. Everybody stops and stares at me when I come blowing by. Take off. Hang on. Two more. One fly ready. And he takes the second.
Little 193 for y'all that turning left.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the Dave Darren Show. I was introducing you to my friends, and they were busy at the moment. Let me see if I can get them in here. Let me see. I guess there was a little bit of accident there on Mr. Machine's face. So while they're cleaning up, let me get back to you and tell you about the show. This is disgusting, guys. This is not an adult format where this should be happening, by the way. This is supposed to be a kid-friendly show. Let's move away from these depraved robots. I mean, move totally away from them. All right, so come on, guys. Get out of here. Move away. Sickening, disgusting robots. All right, so let me tell you about the Dave Darren Show. New format for the show, what I'm trying to do now. And it happened yesterday because Barbara introduced me to a band that was really, really cool, by the way. And Holly Anderson introduced me to a band that she was introduced to by the Dave Darren Show. She met the band, she dug the band, she followed them, found out that they had a new piece of music, a new video out. And we played it yesterday based upon Holly introducing me to a new piece of music by a really cool band. So we played them yesterday. I'm not going to repeat who they are or the song again because I want this to be a fresh show every time, all right? So this is the way I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to make the music scene grow like I've been trying to do for 7 years. I came up with this other idea. And the idea is if you're a fan of a band and you go to see the bands, and hopefully you go there and you pay the cover to see them and you buy a piece of merchandise. Hopefully you do all that. And when you do and you really dig this band, send them my way. In other words, message me, Facebook friend me. You can call me up at 609-467-4000 or text message me. Tell me you got this hot band that you think fits my show. It can be rock. It can be reggae. It can be Ray the Gay singing in a reggae band. That's okay with me. It can be any genre you want. I'm trying to stay away from opera. But other than that, send me what you got, and I'll be glad to play them on the air because I think that's a formula that might work here. We create that buzz. We create that excitement. Not like the robots were having a second ago with the orgasms, but we try to create an orgasmic scene for the music scene, right? I think this has an opportunity to work, especially if you guys all help me out. I'm going to tell you more about it when we come back with a piece of music on the Dave Darren Show. Here we go. Welcome back to the Dave Darren Show. A commercial here because I finally have a sponsor. Can you believe it? The sponsor of the Dave Darren Show now is Rogaine. And I will tell you about the product. You can see that I've just started to use the product, and I'll tell you why. You can see here, I've got a little bit of a Klingon head here. And the reason I've got the Klingon head is I have no interest in being in Star Trek because that ain't going to happen. Trying to be a radio personality, not a TV star. So the reason is you can see I've got some straight hair. I'm half Italian, half Australian. I think the Australian is why I have the straight hair. The problem is I've got an Asian wife, for a lot of you people that you know that. So, of course, we're both in our more senior ages. We're not dead yet, so we're not fucking buried. So don't do any funerals for the Dave Darren Show, all right? But we're in the age where we don't really shave the bushes. And I don't shave. My wife actually, she puts the little cosmetic appeal to it so it looks sexy. It's shaped like a robot, by the way. It's thicker at the top and thinner down the bottom. It's shaped like a robot. So the problem is you get the Asian curly hairs and you get the Dave Darren Italian Australian straight hairs. And you know what happens when you got, like, think of it like a tree. You got a branch, you got a stick, which is about all I've got's a stick, and you got the little twine that goes around the stick. Now what happens is that twine gets on there and it starts strangling the branch. That skinny branch, that 2-inch branch will get strangled by that little twine and eventually it'll pull off. So this is what happens. As we're both getting older, I've got to go deeper inside because, you know, the cave expands. It doesn't expand because I've got anything hung between my legs. It's making the thing grow to a much larger size with a bigger opening inside that cave. It's just opening up because there's less flexibility there and it doesn't collapse again. It stays wide open. So I got to go in there deeper. As I go in there deeper, of course, the head's buried more deep. The hair gets stuck in there with the twiney curly hairs. And as a result, some of it gets stuck in there. And it's amazing. You can see my wife's bush with straight hair, which has got all curly hair, because the straight hair is my hair. Give it back. So the commercial sponsor is for Rogaine to try to grow my hair back. But B9, would you please do me a favor and come closer to the screen when I'm talking to you? Would you please do that? I didn't say turn around and show me your ass. He's probably got hair in his asses from holding the Rogaine back there. Please move close. I meant move closer. I didn't, not the ass again. Move closer. Again with the ass. Again. Finally, okay, Rogaine, the product of champions. It's blocking my face. B9's a fucking bad commercial, B9. You're not supposed to block my face.
Danger, Will Robinson.
No, it works. We're not shouting out any disclaimer about this product. Rogaine works on the Dave Darren Show. Next song, here we go.
We're living in a witch hunt, oh my. The misstep of the thieves, all the bloodshed and defeat. Burn them all down, alive. Universal sentencing, dripping with hypocrisy. Take him to the stake, take him right down to the grave. Burn them all alive. We're living in the age of lies. Keep your hands away from me, I cannot trust anything. I want a higher gun to save me. I'm running like the whole damn world's on a witch hunt. Throwing stones and flaming secrets in the closets and demons on the run. With blood thoughts, how am I to know who to trust? Please, someone just wake me, 'cause it feels like the whole damn world's on a witch hunt. Smell the blood, oh, why? Place them in restraint, strip the credits from their names. Put them all on trial. I am barely sane, this is pulsing in my veins. Digging rather deep, looking for some honesty. You walk the line of fire, it's burning through my chest and I never know who's fooling us. How can I put down the gun? Gun to save me. I'm running like the whole damn world's on a witch hunt. Throwing stones and flaming secrets in the closets and demons on the run. With blood another attack. No more, got your back. There's no one left to trust. Call it dangerous. Selfish takers, those troublemakers must be so lonely. Running off track from all the payback. There's no one left to trust. Call it dangerous. All the haters, those jump ship traitors must be so lonely. I wanna hire a gun to save me. I'm running like the whole damn world's on a witch hunt. Throwing stones and blaming. Secrets in my closet, and demons on the run. With bloodlust, how am I to know who to trust? Who to trust? Please, someone just wake me, 'cause it feels like the whole damn world's on a witch hunt. Wanna hire a gun to save me. I'm running like the whole damn world's on a witch hunt. Throwing stones and blaming. Secrets in my closet, and demons on the run. With bloodlust, how am I to know who to trust? Who to trust? Please, someone just wake me, 'cause it feels like the whole damn world's on a witch hunt.
Welcome back to the Dave Darren Show. While you guys were listening to that enjoyable piece of music, I got to tell you, these guys, look at this. This is sickening. Humping on each other's legs now. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. On the Dave Darren Show, this is thoroughly embarrassed. I'm so sorry for you guys to see this, but this is what happens. And look at this. This is amazing. You stole this from my jewelry box, you prick.
My sensors indicate an intruder is present.
Yeah, there's an intruder because you're getting banged up the ass. So, all right, let's go back to the Dave Darren Show. So let me tell you what's going on. You guys are sick. I'll really tell you guys are sick. I'll tell you what's going on. I'm going to try to do some shows from this. How can I talk seriously when these guys are humping each other? I'm going to start to do shows, at least I'm going to try to, from this place called BLK Live in Phoenix. I'm in Phoenix. I'm in here till February. So between now and February, hopefully I'm going to try to connect with a venue. And the only venue I can think serious, stop ass. The only venue I can think seriously about is BLK Live. They got the pool outside. They got a great bar. They got some great food. They got some great music. They got some really mainstream bands coming on. But it's not the mainstream bands I'm really focusing on. I'm trying to focus on bands trying to work their way up to be those mainstream bands. So I'm the catalyst that's going to help them out. Hopefully I can convince BLK Live to do this. And that's my next phase. Stop. And so I'm going to try that after. Let's play a piece of music while I clean these guys up from their disgusting antics.
All right, with Azusa Wells Band, we're going to get started here.
Said I should do what my baby wants, but I'm hungry and I'm thirsty. What to do? What to do? I guess I head down to the Eagle and get myself a brew. Look at myself a brew, yeah. and get myself a brew. Look at myself a brew. Just my head down to the eagle and get myself a brew.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Introducing myself, B9, and my sidekick here, who keeps getting my name wrong. I am not Will Robinson. I know that drug-infected Dr. Smith who was feeding you all those chemicals like the cocaine, the weed you were smoking. I know you can't remember people's names. My name is Dave Darren. It is not Will Robinson or Zachary Smith, Dr. Smith. It's Dave Darren on the Dave Darren Show. So let me tell you a bit about the show. And he's playing my guitar, my little axe. So I'll tell you about the show here. Let me focus away from these guys are perverted. They really are. Don't start playing that while I'm talking. Quiet.
My sensors indicate an intruder is present.
Yeah, it's me. It's me, by the way. I'm not intruding on my own shows. Shut up. So let me talk to you about the show here. Like I said, I'm going to introduce fans and the bands. The fans have to introduce me to the bands. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the fans that really appreciate a lot of great bands out there. And I know there's some of you that still do. Some of you still go out, pay the cover to go and see great music. You go in there, you buy their merch. I want you guys to be the momentum that builds the show up. So when you introduce me to a band, I'm going to be thrilled to have that introduction. I'm going to shout out the band. I'm going to contact the band and tell them I'm going to give your name. If you want first and last name, that's cool. If you just want first name or you don't want any recognition, I'll just say an anonymous fan shouted you guys out. I'll shout them out. I'll get them interested in the show. The band's interested in the show because they've got a following because you shouted them out. I didn't shout them out. You told me about them. That's important, right? It's important to have the fans that are connected with the music scene start to really show their appreciation by mentioning that band to people like me who still give a fuck about them. So this is what I want you guys to do. If you're a fan of a certain band, hit me up. Tell me about them. Tell me about their music. Tell me about your favorite track of this band. And I'm going to play it on the air and I'm going to introduce you as the person that connected me to that band. And of course the band, I'll try to have the band come on for like 5 minutes. I don't want to do any interviews because I think that bored the fuck out of you guys. If it moves in that direction, that's going to be kind of cool. And in parallel to that, I'm going to try to reach out to this venue called BLK Live in Phoenix. I'm going to try to set up shows there maybe once a month, initially to start off with, and hopefully I can get the momentum build that way. Isn't that what we want to happen? I think we do. By the way, if you have a band to send to the show, the way you do it is dave@davedarren.com. It's DARIN, 609-467-4000. Send me a text message. Hit me up on Facebook. I'm there all the time. Tell me about what's going on. Tell me about who you dig. Tell me about who you... If you happen to be a groupie, and if you happen to have fucked the singer, tell me about it. If he was a good lay, let me know. I'll still play his music, but tell me if he was a good lay. And if he wasn't, then I'll shout him out as being a horrible lay, but a great singer. We'll dissect him. We'll give you the qualities that are good. If he's hung like the B9 robot here, who's 9 inches, by the way. That's why it's called B9. The boy is hung 9 inches. That's how B9 came to be from Lost in Space. Not only was he lost in space, his penis was lost in Will Robinson. That's why he always said, danger, danger, Will Robinson, because my 9-inch penis is about to enter you. It wasn't Zachary Smith who was the guy trying to mount Will Robinson. It was the B9 robot. So I'll tell you, if you guys have an interesting piece of music, if you've gotten laid by a bandmate and the singer was great, but the penis sucked, let me know. You want to talk about that on the Dave Darren Show. I want to talk about that with the band. Why it was such a bad lay and why he's got to not only improve his stage performance, he's got to improve his in-bed performance as well. We'll set him up with some Rogaine if he needs to grow a bush on his penis to hide the fact that he's small. Although you grow the bush, it looks smaller, right? Because you got bush in there and you got something sticking out between the weeds. It's not a good look. Trust me, I know personally it's not a good look. Trim down the bush, it makes everything else look bigger. On the Dave Darren Show, a closing piece of music, and here we go.
Hola, je m'appelle Malena Salazar Desjardins et je vais à l'école secondaire Saint-Luc. Aujourd'hui, c'était la dernière répétition pour la composition Tower of Babel de Monsieur Frank Massa. Je suis très 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 contente et c'est un grand honneur pour moi de l'interpréter. Alors, à bientôt.
Voici dans un anglais fantastique, The Tower, déjà voilà, ça que je disais, The Tower of Babel.
guys. Welcome to the Dave Darren Show. Welcome everybody. Welcome guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, kids, everybody. No, maybe no kids, but tonight I got a couple topics I want to cover. I want to cover why we have to see such round asses before we get on the buses. Today, I'll get into it briefly, briefly. I was waiting for a bus and I couldn't see the bus because this big ass was blocking the bus. I couldn't see it. Couldn't see the bus. I almost missed my bus. Then we're going to talk about Phoenix Radio. I was talking to these guys about who they are, and I don't know who they are because they won't share it with me. Who cannot share shit with me? And then we're going to play a bunch of music. I'm going to tell you who's going to be on the show tonight, music-wise. Thanks to Randy Skaggs of Q108 Kingston. We're going to play tonight some Bentwood rocker. Bentwood, I like Bentwood. My wife doesn't like Bentwood. She likes straight hard wood. But and then we're going to talk to, we're going to hear music of Dalton Cry or CYR. Kyrer, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. He'll correct me. Goldwing, Jake Aldridge, and we'll see who we get beyond that because I've got about 10 more. All right, so I'll tell you what, let's start the show off with some music. And for Phoenix Radio that doesn't know much about me, this will bust your heads. Let's do the Dave Darren intro, guys. Here we go.
Original ranks come to boom it up. Ragamuffin me come back again. Original ranks come to boom it up. Ragamuffin me come back again. You see me mama, they want me long time. Now see me mama hit them and them mind. See me mama, they want me long time. Now see me mama hit them and them mind. I just shoot out. See me and them buck up. Go tell the whole of them me I go mash them up. I just shoot out. When me and them buck up. Go tell the whole of them me I go pack them up. Cause when me hold the microphone me get a cantankerous. Go tell the whole of them me just get.
Do you know the Dave Darren Show?
Hot enough to boil a monkey's bum.
Most people say, who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Like Disneyland, I'm the happiest fucking guy on earth.
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Are you a poofed up?
He used to be on terrestrial radio, but he got fired.
It's over. Don't you think it's over?
I'll spit.
Who the fuck is Dave Darren?
Here comes the bull spiller now.
Dave Darren.
Hey guys, welcome back. That was Bent Wood Rocker. My head's blown because I was out there waiting for the bus tonight. And I don't understand why the biggest women have to wear these tight black dresses where they're so, where the ass is so tight, no matter how long you get the thing. If you got something that goes from your head to the bottom of your foot to your toe, when you got an ass that big, it drags the dress up so it shows the booty. It doesn't show the booty, it almost shows the vagina. How uncomfortable is it to be walking hand in hand with the guy that's with you? And the guy's with you because, let's face it, the guy is stuck with dating the women with the big asses because he's kind of desperate. So he's got the girl with the big ass, and I'm waiting for the bus, and I can't see the bus because the big ass is in the way. Finally, I had to go around her by like a fucking mile course. So it was like I was going around a cul-de-sac to see the bus. I couldn't see the bus around the big ass. And then she's walking down the street holding the hand of the guy that's with her. And she's got to hold the guy's hand and move the guy's hand, including her hand, to her dress to pulling it down because it's riding up her ass. You got something that big. It's going to be moist. When you got moisture on a dress, it's going to adhere to the dress. It's going to pull up your booty. And then we're all going to see what you got. Show us the Carfax. It's funny. I'm trying to find a car now. So it's like when I'm watching her, I'm thinking, show me the Carfax. That's what I'm thinking. Because it's as big as a fucking bus, so show me the Carfax. So I can't understand that. She's over there with this big ass booty, and how uncomfortable is that? I mean, you think of the hip hop artists who wear no belt and they got these big ass pants and they slide down their waist and they got to keep pulling it up, otherwise they're going to show their junk. You got this woman there who, instead of the pants falling down, the bottom of her dress is going up, showing us the Carfax. And she's got to use the guy's hand that she's holding to manipulate his hand. Not that she wants the guy's hand to touch her curvy ass. She wants to use the guy's hand and her hand because they're holding hands together to pull down her dress. And then I don't know how she gets to the other side, because how can you move your hand around a big thing like that to get to the other side of your ass cheek when your hand's going to get tired going that circumference? I mean, I can't imagine how the girl could pull up both sides of her dress, or pull down. I keep saying pull up. Pull down both sides of her dress when her hand's going to get tired going around the circumference of that ass to get to the other side, and finally she can pull that down. Unbelievable. I just don't get it. I don't get it. If you got an ass that big, how about working out a little bit to make it a little bit smaller? That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Guys, I don't know. What guys like curvy asses, I get that. But do you want to curb the size of a Winnebago? I don't understand that. It boggles my mind. What a show. What a show for Phoenix Radio to be checking out. We're going to talk about Phoenix Radio in a little bit. Right now, let's get to Dalton Kyer. And we're going to play the track. I'll tell you what it was. By the way, for Bent Wood Rocker, we just played and you heard it, Coming Home. It's Coming Home on a bus. I couldn't get on the bus because I couldn't see it. And then we're going to play by Dalton Kyer. We're going to play Fall Into Place. Dave Darren, obviously, if he wants to build a career in radio, he better get his ass to fall into place, right? Here we go, guys, on the Dave Darren.
Your life skips happily through my mind. got so many years. Let's live it all while we're still here. Let it fall, let it fall into a place. Let it fall into a place. Are you gonna wait forever to let go of control? 'Cause your life could be so much better. Free your soul. Into place. Let it fall into place. Let it fall into place. Let it fall into place.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the Dave Darren Show, Phoenix Radio. How did I find these guys? I'll tell you, I'm walking around Center City, Phoenix. I'm either in front of, I forget, Chase, Wells Fargo, I forget what bank I'm in front of. And there's this guy, Rob, there, and he's got all these anti-Trump signs, these anti-Arpaio signs. Actually, if you remember, I had him on the show probably about 3 months ago. We were rapping about Trump, Arpaio, and I let the guy speak. I didn't agree with much of what he said, but I let the guy speak because I try to give out equal opportunity, equal freaks. So I had him on the show, and then we're talking. I actually like the guy. I think he's I think he's an interesting guy. I think he's a fun guy. I think he's motivated. I think his motivations might be somewhat misdirected, but he's motivated, and I respect that. If the guy wants an opinion, he's out there in the heat giving out his opinion. So I think the guy's got some balls. He's got bigger balls than Michelle Obama does, and she had some big balls. You see the tight pants on Michelle? You ever see those balls? You can see the indentation of a penis. And it's amazing because she's getting older and she doesn't need Viagra. It's a shock to me how you can be hung that big at that age and not need Viagra. Michelle, how do you do it? Tell Dave Darren how you do it. All right, so I'm out there and I am checking out him, and he's telling me all about Phoenix Radio. All right, so I'm checking him out, and he's telling me that I should engage with these guys and talk to them and see what's going on. So I get on Phoenix Radio and I check them out. And I start messaging the guys and not knowing who's going to respond, right? So I message them and I say, I have no idea if you guys know who I am. I doubt that you guys do. And if you don't know about me, it's probably an advantage because if you knew me, you'd walk the fuck away from me because I am the guy that for the most part you don't want to deal with, right? You're trying to build a radio career. You don't want me to fuck up your radio careers, right? So then I have one guy comment back. Let's see. He says, hi, Dave. I've been around radio scene for like 40 years. Working here. What does he say? Working here at a freebie online volunteer gig, which is his radio gig. Volunteer gigs, I'm tired of volunteer gigs, by the way. We should stop with the volunteer shit. If you want to volunteer for a dog rescue, volunteer at an old age home. But when we're youthful guys with a youthful and useful amount of energy, and you've got a career you're trying to build, whether it be music or radio, how about we stop with the fucking freebie gigs? How about we stop giving our talents away for free? I mean, I've had radio personalities who have attacked me because they say all the people that come on their show, all the people that go on these radio host formats, they go on there because they love music, they have a love for music, they have a love for what this radio personality is doing. And I went back and I said, you know what? I'm tired of the love because love turns bitter after a while. When you're not making ends meet because the radio career is not working or the rock personas aren't working, you're on stage, you're not making enough money to be up there on stage because you're giving it away as a freebie, then you know what? It's going to turn bitter after a while, guys. Look at me, how fucking bitter I am, all right? So stop with the freebie stuff is my point. Stop with the freebie stuff unless you want to do it to piss people off like I do. I do it now as a freebie just to annoy the fuck out of people, including Phoenix Radio. So So Mike responds from Phoenix Radio, and he's the operations manager. All right, that's what he is. So I tell Mike, I say, what do I tell? I'll read it. How about we start this out with coming on my show? You know, I don't need to chat with people. What am I going to? I don't want to wear out my fingers because my fingers are too busy at night masturbating. I don't want to use my fingers to type. I want to use my fingers. I want to lube them up, and I want to whack off when I put Viagra in my mouth, so I can whack off something that's not droopy and sloppy and messy and it's a wet noodle. I got to whack off with a big noodle, right? So I use Viagra. This is a commercial for Viagra. So I tell him, I say, come on the show, right? Why hide? Just come on the show. Tell me what you're doing. And I do no investigative research because what I want to do is I want to learn about them the moment they come on my show. So it's not a fucking fake show. You guys, for the most part, you guys don't dig what I do. But at least you know that I probably do it honestly. I learn about them at the time. I don't need any. I need improvisation. I don't need anything to read on a fucking screen. Except I'm reading this because I'm trying to give you what he was talking about. But before we get to the rest of it, let's play some more music. We are going to play now Goldwing. And it's called My Father's Son. It's a live track. Let's check this out on the Dave Darren Show. Here we go.
I let my hair grow down to the floor, singing those were the days as I light up my smokes one by one, 'cause I'm my father's son. No, I'm not afraid of anything, try to blow me away, but you better not forget I'm good with a gun, 'cause I'm my father's son. I look in the mirror, the face I see, it's really like him and a lot like a broken me. It's a riddle of the best and the worst out things to come. I tell you, man, I'm my father's son. Like my father before, my beard go unshaved. You tell me your story, I'll take it to my grave. All for one, 'cause I'm my father's son. And all my mistakes are catching up with me. Need to escape, find some peace and fall in love, 'cause I'm my father's son. I look in the mirror, the face I see, it's really like him and a lot like a dying dream. It's a little of the best and the worst of things to come. I tell you, man, I'm my father's son. I tell you, man, I'm my father's son. Tell you, man, I'm my father's son.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Dave Darren Show. I was talking about Phoenix Radio before I was rudely interrupted. Music is not rude. Music is important, and it should become more important in people's lives. It should be not underestimated. It's in every fucking commercial. You turn on a commercial, there's music in the background. You turn on the Olympics, you turn on a sports game, halftime there's a musical event. Why do you allow your fans to abuse you guys? Why do you allow your fans to download your music? Why do you put your music on there by the way, to enable your fans to download too much of your music and spew the supply and demand curve so that finally when you want to collect money for your valued music, which should be valued, is devalued because you've skewed it away. And then you tolerate your fans telling you that they want to come into the door without paying. And what's their excuse here? They're your best fans because they've downloaded your free music and they're playing it on their iPod constantly, thinking that's your best fan. It's not your best fan. Make your fans pay for your music. Why don't we do that? Why don't we start turning talent, which is not easy to come by the way. Talent is not easy. Not everyone has talent. Let's start valuing their talent. And then they take their talent beyond that and they perfect it, whether they take lessons or whether they get on stage and perfect their talent based upon trying out, experimenting, and improving their stage performance, increasing their ability to write great music. How about we start valuing that? Isn't there a value in that? Why are we underestimating the value of what you people do? Why do we underestimate that? So to get back to Phoenix Radio. So I said about how about coming on the air. I told you guys, I told him I do things right on the air. I don't want any research about you. I'm not going to do any. Now, of course, this person is going to research me, of course. And then what they do is guy comes back, and I think it's a different guy at this point. It's not Mike. So he says, I've been around long enough to do a bit of research. He's doing a bit of research on DaveDarren.com. And let's see. He says, I'm assuming we both know what that does. I don't know how to read that. He says, been around a long time to do a bit of research on DaveDarren.com. And in parentheses, I'm assuming we both know what that does. And I had to reply to him. I said, a paraphrase, and I said, I know what that does. It makes you understand who I am, and it scares you the fuck away from being on my show because of who I am. So of course I know what it does. It scares you away from a guy that is a guy that explodes on the air when he feels like exploding on the air. A guy that talks about the honesty of the scene. A guy that is just outright a fucking nightmare who lives in Phoenix now because it's going to get nice and hot here. So when they eventually put me in that box or my wife buries me in a glad plastic bag and I go under the earth, I'm going to be going further than under the earth. I'm going to be going subterranean into that land where the devil lives. In fact, I've talked to him already. I've talked to the devil. A lot of people go to church and they talk to God, right? They put their hand on their head, they talk to God. I've talked to Satan. He said, I've got a place for you, but you're not going to be on street level in hell. You're going to be working the subways, Dave. You are that bad a guy. We're going to put you subterranean in the subways. So there's where I'm going there. So I'm practicing. That's why I'm in the heat. Wish I was in the heat tonight. I need some Viagra because my wife's looking pretty. I need to be in heat.
Is there anything wrong with that? Is there anything wrong with that? Just one more go, don't care. Oh really, gonna tip my favorite hat. Is there anything wrong with that? The wheels go round, over and over on the highway to hell. And the wheels go round, over and over on the highway. And the lights I miss, just as much as your goodbye kiss. I rip this page apart, rock and roll has broken this soul. And the lights I miss, just as much as your goodbye kiss. I smash this guitar apart, rock and roll has broken this old heart. And it's a pity, black and white lights of the city, I fail to see the color anymore. Dead strings, old guitar, lost the chord to the stars. Rock and roll has gone and broken this old heart. The wheels go round, over and over on the highway to hell. And the wheels go round, over and over on the highway.
So guys, I'm reading the word doubtful. And the word doubtful means it came after my sentence where I said, I assume you guys are a little bit scared and intimidated to come on my show. So he says, doubtful, Dave. He says, sounds to me like Mike is bigger in his heyday than you are now. And I acknowledge he's correct. If you've got a podcast show out there or you've got your first Facebook Live show out there, by the way, you've got an advantage over me because you're not starting with a negative amount of people that fucking hate the Dave Darren Show. Someone said, Dave, who was it? Michelle Diaz. Recently, she's from Phoenix. Recently, she unfriended me. She said, Dave, you seem like to be a crazy fucking guy. Like you're bipolar. No, I'm not bipolar. I'm polarizing. I've got half the population that fucking hates me, and half the other population wants to kill me. So yeah, I'm bipolar. I've got both poles that fucking want to kill me and hate me. I guess it's not bipolar, is it? But everyone's unified around me. They don't want me off. They want me knocked off. So I get out there. So he says that. He says, in his heyday, Mike is in his heyday. What's a fucking heyday? Are you smoking some weed? Is that the hay you're talking about? Heyday? Is that the weed day? And your fucking weed day, you're bigger than I am now. All right, and he says, but if you want to speak of equals, and if I want to speak equally to him, and by the way, I think we're equals, aren't we? We're both trying to make a radio career. Although you're trying to do all these fucking freebies, and I'm trying to get away from the freebies, so maybe we're not equal. I want people to raise their game. I want people to be more enthusiastic. Not more enthusiastic. I want them to be more motivated and have more business sense to stop giving the shit away. When I go to a hooker, I don't expect her to give away a blowjob to me. I expect to pay for it. I expect to have to go to the ATM machine, take out 3 $20 bills, give her $60, expect $10 in change for that blowjob because it costs $50. I'll give you the cost of a blowjob in Phoenix. It's $50. So if you go to you can't go to the ATM machine and take out 2 20s and a 10. You got to take out 40 or $60. So the problem is, guys, hopefully you'll find a hooker who's got some pocket change. So find a hooker that's got some change for $60 so you get your $10 back, or get a coupon from her. Get a $10 off your next blowjob coupon from her. If she doesn't have $10, have her write you an IOU for $10. So at least if you get a different hooker, she'll honor the coupon. Or if you get the same hooker, don't make sure you give her the thing and say you owe me $10. You got an IOU owe me of $10. Do that. Provide yourself with the services you're entitled to, guys. So another piece of music. What do we got now? Who do we have now? We have got Needs to Breathe on the Dave Darren Show. Dave Darren Needs to Breathe. I'm going to take a break. And we're going to get to some music. We'll come back with this more outrageous talk about Phoenix Radio. And about them and me wanting to get them on the show so that we can rock a show. Ugh. Let's go. Sorry, that was a fake belch for you guys that think I'm trying to copy Howard Stern. Here we go, guys.
Ain't no gift like the present tense. Ain't no love like the whole romance. Got to make hay when the sun's shining. Can't waste time when it comes time to dance. Slamming this door with a heavy hand, signing this line like a deed to land, keeping in touch with the windows down, dreading this night as the rain hits the ground. Long live the heart, long live the soul that knows what it wants. That peace you can't find, that part is a whole, and it never lets go. Always trying to be the one outlaw. Yeah, 'cause where it won't never does get caught.
All right, welcome back to the Dave Darren Show. We're talking about Phoenix Radio. We're talking about the last thing I said is I wanted to get them on the air. Mike says that he was bigger in his heyday, his weed smoking days, or hay, whatever. Is he smoking hay? Is it? Are you smoking hay? I'll connect you with Hot Rock Super Joint. All right, we'll get you some good smoking hay. All right. So in his heyday, he's bigger than I am right now. And granted, that's true. That's true. By the way, let me take a little drink here. I'm not drinking anything wild. I'm drinking horchata. You ever see this? Let me make sure I put the label up here. It's going to be, oh no, it's not reversed. How about that? And it says Kern's horchata. Horchata's from Mexico, right? It tastes good. It's like rice, milk, and with cinnamon. Horchata. It's Mexican, right? It's a Mexican product. How come it doesn't say, it's got to say Pepe Gonzalez on the top. I told my wife, I said, how can you buy horchata? It doesn't say Jesus on the top or Pepe Gonzalez. How could you have a horchata made by such an authentic name of Kern's? Let's get with the program. Let's get with the program, woman. All right, so let's get back to my dialogue with Phoenix Radio. So I'm going to continue on here. What happened after that? What's the... Drum roll, please. What's that? I'm asking the guy to come on the show. And he says here... He says, I'm an attempting to be an edgy guy like, and then the words come out, like Howard Stern. You know, I dressed like this because I thought it was going to be a knockoff, a kind of funny thing to do. And not from an ego perspective, I thought it's funny. You know, you got the bands like Kiss, you've got Alice Cooper. These guys are in makeup. They're in whatever you got David Bowie, and you never know if he's a male or female or in between. You don't know. He's as in between as Michelle Obama is. You don't know if you're getting a penis there or a vagina. You don't know. You don't know. So I dress like this for an entertainment value. If I come on dressed like I do in my day gig, which you see clips of me during the day, when I feel like walking the streets of Phoenix, ranting and raving, you see what I look like without the wig. When I'm doing a radio show, it's kind of a respect to you guys trying to make money in music. And again, you're supposed to be trying to make money in the music, right? It's the music business. Try to make a few bucks out of it. So you can go out and buy Kern's horchata. Buy the authentic from Pepe Gonzalez, by the way. Don't buy the Kern's. It's not that great. But I'm trying to help you guys with an enthusiasm. And for me to give you that enthusiasm, I try to dress like a rock star. And here we got a guy that's saying, I'm trying to do a Howard Stern knockoff type of show. And he says he hopes I'm happy with what I do now. And I came back and I said, I'm not happy with what I do now. No one should be happy or complacent or satisfied with what they do now. The only time I'm satisfied is when I'm in one of my wife's holes. And I'm satisfied. She's not satisfied. I guess I am a rock star because I'm coming away satisfied and I'm leaving her empty-handed with a lack of satisfaction. So I guess I better drink some horchata. Wait a second. Tastes just like breast milk. Horchata. Tastes like breast milk. Sprinkle a little bit of that cinnamon on a. If your wife is lactating, sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon in it, and you can have a horchata, and the horchata will make you horny. Horny horchata. You guys learn something on the Dave Darren Show all the time. So, you know what? Break. Let's play another piece of music let's play the Celebration Army. This is Risky Business on the Dave Darren Risky Show. This is risky business to watch the show. Guys, at Phoenix Radio, this is a risky show, guys.
I got to let you go where the heat is beating. Hit the deck below where the beat is breathing. And I believe you know that you believe it's making me easier. I got to hitch my ride when the motor's bolting. Got to hit my stride or when the ghost is floating. And when you trip my life, well, I believe it's tripping me. And give me some of your risky business. Well, give me some of your risky won't you give me some of your business? And won't you give me some of your business? Won't you climb my tree when you hunt my rabbits? Won't you bend my knee when you kick my habits? You're such a friend indeed, and I believe it's making me. Give me some of your risky business. Give me some of your risky business. And won't you lift me low? And won't you give me some of your business? Business, yeah. And there's a trick inside your wicked mind where you can feel it. You know you hope this hand, you know it broke this bad. And just a bit behind your stitching time where you can feel it. I feel the box is black until the clocks tick back. And you commit your final mission crime, cause you can't deal it. I come to get you home, but I bet you don't. Give me some of your risky business. Give me some of your risky business. Until I'm 6 feet low, won't you give me some of your business? A business. A business.
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. So continuing on with Phoenix Radio, not to bore the fuck out of you guys, but I asked them to come on the show. I want them to come on. I want me to do a unrehearsed format. And you know, anyone that asks me for pre-formatted questions, I'm going to hang up on you because I don't want to do anything rehearsed. Rehearsing is so fucking boring. And it's so unauthentic. For me to send you questions and you to know what the questions are I'm going to ask, and me to ask you the questions and pretend I'm interested in the answers. I don't want to pretend. I want to be interested in the answers. And I want to be authentic. I want my expressions to be authentic and real because I'm just learning about you the same time my audience is. Doesn't it make it more exciting? Makes it more risky, but it makes it more exciting. So the last thing I told Phoenix Radio is I'm not satisfied. No one should be satisfied with where they are in their careers. Satisfaction means that you're now complacent to remain where you are right now without progressing or progressing so slowly that it's not noticeable and you're not going to really do much with that career that's stagnant. So let's see where this goes. If it goes nowhere, then you know what? I fucking erase it and it doesn't get on the air. Let's make an exciting show together. Let's try to help out Phoenix Radio. Let's try to help out the bands that come on my show and send me music. See if we can make some things happen. So we're not doing freebies anymore. Are we tired of doing freebies? I want to play Frisbee. I don't want to do freebies. I want to play Frisbee. That's about it, guys. Let's play some more music, a closer to the show. Let's do Sage Roads. We're going to play Bad Voodoo on the Dave Darren Show. This is the closer track. Cheers.
Every time. Every damn time.